Scotland made a game of it for 70 minutes, but in the end, Wales's power was telling. My name's Mark, let's talk rugby. We have 2 minutes on the clock and Wales have a 5-metre line out. Scotland decide not to compete in the air and try and hold the drive. Wales claim it, and then Tuipulotu comes on the kind of inside to out on a hard line. She collects the ball, smashes through Madison and Grant. She's an absolutely massive unit and made them look like kids next to her. Goes over to score, converses miss from out wide, 5-0 Wales lead. Wales then worked their way back into 22 after some more good carries. Jones gets them up to the line, stopped just short. They go again, they're short again. Then Harris manages to ground on the line, but she was offside because Tuipulotu, there was at least Tuipulotu and somebody else were bound at the ruck, and she was at the side. She picked from there and grounded rather than entering from the back, so no try there. Scotland then get themselves upfield, make it to about 5 minutes out. Big carry from Belials, isn't it? Yeah, Belials. Wales get pinged for not rolling away. They decide to take the points. Nelson makes a 5-3 from in front. Scotland are off the mark. Wales, though they strike from the restart, work their way right up to the line. Scotland are defending desperately, but the pressure tells as Pears grounds on the line under the posts. Basically, there was just too many threats for them and making too many tackles. Bevans converts this from 12-3. Wales just so clinical, conceded, and then straight away back on it from the restart. Scotland switched off a little bit there. As we approach halftime, then Scotland win a penalty. They kicked it to the corner, showing some good ambition there because they definitely could have gone for the post like they did earlier. They set them all really well. Wales initially limit their forward progress, but Scotland get momentum and drive over the line. Skeldon scores. Nelson converts this one, 12-10. Scotland back in touch. Scotland then, they're on the attack just before the break. They turn Wales over at a line-out. Skeldon with a good carry. Wales get pinged for offside, but the move breaks down. We come back for the penalty. Karen Lake then gets a yellow card because Wales had been warned about repeated infringements. It's a great chance for Scotland. They decide to go for the try rather than kicking at goal, but they just couldn't get outside Wales. And then the move breaks down. 12-10, that's a halftime score. Within a couple of minutes of restart then, 14-woman Wales score again. Hannah Jones charges down a clearance kick. They keep it tight, 1 out carries, work it up to the line. Then Pears with Tuipulotu at her back drives over, an unstoppable combination from that range. Bevan converts for 19-10. Scotland then strike off the back of a scrum about 10 metres out to the right of the post. Great decoy run from Orr, fixes the defence. Ball at the back from Smith to Nelson, puts Grant over under the posts. Really well worked try there. Nelson converts it, 19-17. Again, Scotland back within reach. Wales, they're back to 15. They work it back upfield. Got some big carries again, get them into the 22. They're right up the line. Scotland can't stop Tuipulotu from close range as she drives over for the bonus point try. Conversions missed, 24-17. Scotland, though, they come back at them again. Good burst from Orr gets them to the edge of the Welsh 22. They get it out to Rowley at the edge of the Welsh defence. She goes outside Newman, then a little in and out steps past Keith and over to score. Lovely finish from her. Conversions missed, 24-22. We're into the last 10 minutes now, and Wales start to take control. Again, some big carries get them into the shade of the post. They win a penalty for not running away. Snowsill pops it over for 27-22. Shows, how well Scotland had been doing up to that point, that Wales decided to take the points rather than going for another try. Wales then, they're on the attack again as we near the end of the game. They get close to the line, but they knock on. It's a scrum to Scotland on their own 5-metre line. Massive push, though, from the Welsh 8. The ball pops out on their side. Replacement 9, Fionn Lewis, snaps it up and she darts over. Snowsill converts 34-22, and that's our final score. Okay, so let's have a quick look at some of the stats from the game. So possession was 41% to Scotland, 59 to Wales. Territory 47 to 53. So you can see on that it was fairly even most of the way through. Clean breaks, 6 each, turnovers 5 each. Again, speaks to how tight the game was for 70 minutes. Tackles, though, Scotland 298 to Wales 174. Scotland did keep the score close, but still they had to make a lot more tackles than Wales and did look tired towards the end. Like, there's some big girls in that Welsh team, and they really took advantage of that towards the end. Tackle percentages, so 93% for Scotland, 91% for Wales, both really good performances in defence. Handling errors, 17 for Scotland, 10 from Wales. And again, Wales, just showing that they're really are becoming a slick unit now, keeping down the handling errors. It's not just kind of one out bashing rugby. They're using the big women that they have to good advantage to set it up for them to then spread it wide and use some talented backs as well. Okay, so in terms of the teams then from here, so Scotland, they did put up a great fight for much of the game, but they found it difficult to cope with Wales's power at times. They've got a week off now, and then have France in round 3. So another, big challenge for them. And I'd say that, in the first 3 rounds, they'll have come up against basically the top 3 teams in the Women's Six Nations at the moment. Wales, once again, showing the benefits of those professional contracts they introduced last year. They're looking so slick and organised. After the following week, though, they've got England at Cardiff Arms Park, and that's going to be a huge test for this team.